This is the John Michael Show, featuring original artists and music professionals from all around the world.
Hey everybody, I'm John Michael. Welcome to the show. Today's guest is Mr. Jimmy Warren. We're going to do a little insight on him and his guitar show he's got coming up July 17th out in Illinois. And I will be there. The John Michael Show will be at this show. And let's welcome Mr. Jimmy Warren to the John Michael Show.
Surprise me. Got it.
Jimmy Warren.
Are we back?
We're back. There is nothing better than technical difficulties in this technological world.
I tell you what, I experience it quite often, doing my own podcast, because I'll do interviews with guys in, Croatia and Brazil and, all over the world like that. And, sometimes you get in the, it just happens, sometimes it just happens. There's nothing you can do. But I was doing an interview with a guy from Australia, and it's like every time you turn around, man, he was like having to reset his internet and that. And finally we just had to say, okay, it's like, we're not going to be able to piece this together.
Yeah. So, hey, how are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me on the John Michael Show.
Yes. Yes. I didn't get to officially welcome you to the John Michael Show, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
World-renowned guitarist, famous talent guy, promoter, production guy, Navy vet. Dude, you're awesome.
Yeah, I mow lawns. I've been known to, make a ham sandwich from time to time. I mean, I can walk a dog. I mean, I can do a lot of stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So rock stars have to walk their own dogs too?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not a rock star, so, I walk dogs. I do whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes to live a day.
You are putting on your very first guitar show. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Chicago National Guitar Show. It's Sunday, July 17th at the Kankakee County Fairgrounds in Kankakee, Illinois, about an hour south of Chicago, right off of Interstate 57. Perfect location for people coming in from around the country, because we got vendors, coming from New Mexico and Pennsylvania and all over the place. So, yeah, it's a perfect setting. Perfect setting.
Now, when is this?
And we're pulling from about 9.5 million people in Metro Chicagoland area. So not that, everybody will know that it's here and it's going on and come, but we've got a big, there's a lot of opportunity to grow this thing. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a concert the night before, correct? That Saturday night.
Yeah, we're going to do a pre-party. I wanted to have an event for the vendors coming in, if they want to, get in early, go somewhere and have a drink, eat a meal kind of thing, and enjoy some music. And so my band is going to play. I've got an opening act called the X-Bombers. They're going to kick it off at 5:30, and then my band's going to play at 7:30. And it's open to the public. It's a free show. There's no cover or ticket costs or anything like that. So it should be a lot of fun. And that's going to take place at the Steam Hollow Brewery in Manteno, Illinois, which is about 10, 15 minutes probably from, the venue and that. So, and there's a really nice Fairfield Inn, a really nice hotel in great shape, kind of thing in Manteno. So if people wanted to go and they wanted to stay in that town and didn't want to drive the 15 minutes, to where the show is, there's a place for them to stay there. That's pretty nice.
So what time does your guitar show start?
It's going to be from 11. It's open to the public from 11 to 4 on the Sunday. We're going to do a raffle for a guitar, which was donated to us by King Music, the local music store. And the proceeds for that raffle go to the Guitars for Vets organization. It costs $20 to get into the guitar show. But if you go to Guitar Talk Official, there's a tab on there for the Chicago National Guitar Show. If you click on that, you can go on there and you can buy your admission early at a $5 discount. And if you're a vendor, if you want to have a table, and you don't have to own a music store or be a guitar collector to do that. There's a lot of people that are already signed up for this show that are personal people that I know that are just players that have, probably an overabundant amount of gear. And so they bought tables so that they could, they're probably, on the edge of divorce kind of stuff.
I think they bought tables just to hang out with you, Jimmy Warren.
I doubt it. I mean, I appreciate that. I really do, but I doubt it.
So it starts at 11.
Yeah.
And it goes to what time?
Goes to 4.
Okay.
Yep. And there's going to be a food truck there, Brother George's Barbecue. Man, I'm telling you, if you love barbecue, this is the shit. People say, oh, you got to go to Memphis or you got to go to Kansas City or you got to go wherever. I say you follow Brother George's trailer around wherever he's going because he's got some damn good barbecue. So he's going to be providing the food there, through the course of the day, which is going to be really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be there. The John Michael Show will be there.
That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to walk around and talk to some vendors, maybe have some vendors over to our booth, and they could feature some of the guitars that they have that they're either selling or just want to show off, which is really cool.
Yeah. And there's going to be some people there I'm going to point in your direction that you're going to want to interview. Steve Scorafina's coming, and Steve was an original guitarist for REO Speedwagon. He's going to be there. Larry Shara is going to have a booth there, and he's a Grammy-winning engineer and producer. Plus, he's a rep for a lot of big instrument companies like Bad Cat Amps, Koch Amps, Schecter Guitars, stuff like that, Lakeland Guitars. So there's going to be some really interesting people there. I've invited some well-known guitarists. I've invited a couple to come. In that, I'm not sure if they're going to because I know that a lot of vendors don't like that. They don't like it when there's people like that there because that pulls away the attention from the guitar show to people paying attention to whoever that might possibly be.
When the famous guitarists pick up one of the vendors' guitars and start playing.
Right. Or if they buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a cat. Typically those are guys that can buy, but because there's going to be guys that are going to show up with $50,000 guitars, $100,000 amps and stuff like that. Not everybody's going to be in the market for that.
So what is a $50,000 or $100,000 amp?
Well, Howard Dumble, a Dumble amp, would definitely be in that bill. A train wreck. And see, both of those amps were made by a boutique builder, like Dumbles were made by Howard Dumble. There's only so many of them in existence.
Okay.
They were handmade for the player. So you got guys like John Mayer, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Robin Ford, Larry Carlton, Santana, people like that all own Dumble amps. And those amps were built specifically for them. And so now, since Howard Dumble died, and they were already up there in value, they were already really expensive prior to his passing. But since he's passed, there you go, man. There's not going to be no more,
Yeah, dollar signs.
You know, and that's the same thing it is with the train wreck. I can't remember the guy off the top of my head who developed the train wreck amplifiers, but there was only like 100 of them made, you
Wow.
know, and they're coveted amps. I mean, they're really good amps. Now, I've played through some Dumbles. I've been fortunate enough, you know, not too many people get that opportunity, but I've played through some where I wondered, I don't understand you know, what makes this amp so special in comparison to some of the others. But then again, I've played, you know, a couple of them, and I've played one or two of them that are just flat out amazing. So you know, it's the perspective. You know, when you got guys like John Mayer who owns four of them saying this is the amp to have, well, you
That's a
know,
big endorsement.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that's, you know, it changes. So, you know, there'll be guys there with that stuff, but there will be guys, you know, that are just normal guys that, you know, have a collection of guitars or pedals or whatever kind of gear they might possibly have, basses and stuff. And then we have some manufacturers that are represented, like Lakeland basses and guitars. They'll be there. Lakeshore guitars will be there. MG Music Products, they're from Brazil. They'll have somebody here representing them. Vine cables, you know, so there's some brands as well as boutique stuff, as well as high dollar vintage stuff, as well as, you know, just a guy that happens to have a bunch of stuff, you know, that's
Wow.
you can sell. So
And you were also featured in Vintage Guitar Magazine also. Is that correct?
well, the show had an ad in
Okay.
Vintage Guitar Magazine. They're helping co-sponsor the event, which I think they do for most guitar shows, you know. So they send us, you know, like 300 copies of their magazine. So the first 300 people through the door can get a copy, kind of thing, and that. But yeah, they've been really good to us, you know.
Right.
You know, so you know, it's a good place to go. A lot of people that collect guitars and are into vintage gear and stuff like that pay attention to that magazine. So yeah.
Great. Now, what is the date again?
Sunday, July 17th for the guitar show, and Saturday, July 16th for the pre-party.
So get your ass out there, right?
It's going to be a great weekend. It really is. You know, and from my own perspective, I've got almost an entirely new band. I've got a brand new drummer. I've got a new vocalist, which I've never had a vocalist before. I've always, you know, played as a trio. And the band is really, really, really good. And so this is going to be a great opportunity for us to stretch a little bit as a new band, but at the same time, you know, give people an opportunity to have a good party and stuff. And we kind of need that kind of gig anyway, because, you know, come the end of July, the end of July, and that things start to get really serious, you know, before we start touring again. So
cool, man. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I wish it was tomorrow. You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't, but I'm excited for it too. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, our mutual friend Scott Tallarico has been a huge help in guiding me on it, because this is the first guitar show that we've ever done. It's not my first event by any means, but it's the first guitar show. So I've had guys like him, and I don't know if you know Eddie Prather from the Indiana Guitar Show, but if you don't, you'll get to meet him, you know, when you come, because he'll be here as well. But those guys have been huge, you know, huge helps in setting this up and giving me advice and pointing me in directions and stuff like that. So we're excited. We think it's going to be fun. We think we're going to have a decent turnout. We're going to have a good amount of vendors, and it's just going to position us for, you know, to be able to do this, you know, semi-annually, because if this all goes well, we'll do it again in January, and then we'll turn around and we'll do it again at the same time in July, and we'll just repeat that cycle until I die.
Hey, well, let's hope we have at least a dozen of these.
I hope so. If I can get 10 years out of it, I'd be, you know, if I get 10 years out of anything, that'd be nice. You know?
So that's Jimmy Warren and his Chicago Guitar Show, July 17th, at the, I can't even pronounce the name of the town.
It's Kankakee, Illinois. It's at the Kankakee County Fairgrounds in Kankakee, Illinois. All the information, you can go to guitartalkofficial.com, the website for the podcast. All the information is on there. There's an entire page of all the information in that. And then also too, you know, if they follow me, somebody follows me on Facebook, I'm always posting stuff about it, you know, relentlessly. And so we have an events page put up on Facebook. We've got billboards around the city of Chicago and from Central Illinois up. And, you know, we've spent a lot of time and money to advertise this. So
it's going to be a great success, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be great, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you guys, wherever you are. There you go. July 17th out at the Waikiki or
It's Kankakee
Fairgrounds, July 17th for the great Chicago
National Guitar Show.
Chicago National Guitar Show with the wonderful.
It's sponsored. It's sponsored by
Jimmy Warren.
Right. It's being put on and sponsored by Guitar Talk, my podcast with Jimmy Warren, and then also with King Music, the local music store here. They've been really gracious in helping us out for this. So I got to give them a shout out for this. So.
Great. Yeah. We'll get everybody as much support as we can. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, buddy.
All right, John. Thanks a lot for having me on the John Michaels Show. Man.
Yes.
I've made it. I've made it. I have to go take a nap now, man.
Cheers.
Yep.
All right, my friend.
Take care,
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Later.